Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So, I think I mentioned in Monday's video that there was a bit of a kind of a hiccup in my schedule due to some kind of like family stuff. So I wasn't able to properly film this session. So apologies for the lighting. I actually started the spread on Saturday, I think. Yes, I started this on Saturday, but I wasn't able to complete it until probably maybe Tuesday or so. So yeah, apologies about the delay and the kind of like switch up in the videos, but I know a lot of you guys don't mind and I really do appreciate it. But today I actually wanted to kind of like show you guys the process and just me sketching in my sketchbook as usual and just doodling my OC Sato this time. Because I don't draw her that often. I think sometimes I doodle her, but I doodle her in almost the same way every time. I think it's usually when I'm like planning outfits, kind of more like dresses, baggy pants, like any kind of outfits for her. But I kind of wanted to do a little bit of painting, so I had some sketches already kind of just roughly done with a normal mechanical pencil, and then I decided to clean them up a bit and then press a little bit harder with the mechanical pencil just so you can get a little bit more of a clear idea where I'm laying colors. Now, the one that I'm currently working on, I was not gonna plan on doing line work or anything afterwards, but you'll see a little bit later that I decided to go over the doodles with ballpoint pen just to kind of push out some of the lines because I think it kind of helps. I don't think this one really needed it, but I did do it in the end. But me being really dumb and kind of like the hecticness of like life, I forgot to film it, and I actually forgot to film a good portion of the doodle on the left that you can see on the screen as well, so apologies about that. I decided to shove another kind of like clip or a few clips of me doing another session in my sketchbook. How to explain this? So I decided to draw Sato again for the next one as well, but it's like only a single page. I was testing out some oil pastels and I was really excited to use them. I love seeing how painterly people can use oil pastels, and I think if you guys know how I work very structured. I like having kind of like a clear indication of stuff, and the idea of losing lines or not being able to have that structure kind of like makes me panic a little bit, but it's a little freeing playing around with oil pastels a bit. I wanted to do a little bit with oil pastels, but I realized the set that I do have, it's very much light and mid-tones, which I think can work really well if you plan it out correctly. And I didn't plan it out, so I decided to scrap that footage, and maybe when I get a little bit more confident, I will do a video on it. Yeah, I've never really liked using oil pastels before, and I think it's just me. Like I said, I really like structure usually when I draw, and I like drawing people most of the times, and I love adding details. And I feel like oil pastels sometimes gets to the point where it's like, it feels clunky, it feels messy, and I'm very much like a person who likes dry medium. I like being able to build up tone slowly, or value, I guess, slowly, through kind of like using more pressure and kind of pushing your darks and kind of leaving and preserving your whites. But for oil pastel, I think it's so similar to just painting in general, and I realize why some other students, like back when I was in uni, during my painting course, like my final painting course, so I did my levels from, I think, 200 to 500 levels for painting, so I did painting through 3 years, and it was really fun, but I always confused me that the idea of painting, or at least in that course, I'm sure a lot of people will share the same sentiment, but painting is not just the idea of using paint, I guess. So yeah, sometimes for me, like at the time, I had a hard time grasping the idea of like people who use oil pastels can still be considered painting. I know a lot of people who did like chalk pastels, charcoal drawing, incorporating like embroidery and stuff into their paintings, and you know, everything kind of falls under that one umbrella. And even my prof encouraged me because he knew I had a stronger background in drawing with like dry mediums, but for some reason I pushed myself to continue to paint. And I think I talked about this in the past, that I would struggle to paint with acrylic painting, then I got comfortable with it, struggled with oil painting, but then when given the choice, I would fall back into acrylic painting still, and then given another choice to, you kind of like pick whatever medium you want to work in for painting, and I decided to teach myself how to do watercolor. And yeah, I still enjoy watercolor the most. It's the most similar to how I work with dry medium in terms of being able to work from light to dark and kind of just build up value, and I can kind of like blend a little bit, make it a little bit seamless. But I do wish I was a little bit more loose. It's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like there's a student in my class, or like a classmate I guess, who felt like she was the opposite of me the entire time. So every time I see her work, I'm like always envious, but it's always like the grass is greener on the other side kind of thing, because she liked how soft and more structured my stuff was, and I like to push details, but I love how loose, full of energy, very like sporadic her art was. So yeah, I don't know, I kind of miss those days, being able to just talk with I don't know, other classmates about our processes and stuff. It's just nice sometimes. That's why usually I wish I would have more art friends in real life, so we could just, you know, hang out at a cafe or hang out at someone's house or something and just draw. I kind of miss those days, honestly. But yeah, so you can see I've been working. My brain's like confuzzled from just the amount of rambling I just went on, like the biggest tangent. So yeah, the two doodles on the left side, I decided that I was going to just quickly paint them. I did add a little bit of value to the doodles just so it don't get it lost too much when painting, but usually I don't have to worry about that because normal graphite doesn't dissolve with water. If you're using something like the Pilot Color Eno, which is sometimes I doodle with a lot, it does dissolve with water, so it does disappear if it comes into contact and you kind of rub the page too much. But obviously, like normal HB pencil doesn't really lift or dissolve with watercolor, so I am kind of safe in terms of keeping my lines present. But I decided that I wanted a little bit more contrast, so I'm using the Pentel RSVP ballpoint pen, I believe. I left it in a different room, so I don't have it on me to double check if that's the name, but here we go. I don't know, this pen's my favorite. It doesn't dispense a whole lot of ink, and it's quite sharp, so it's the easiest for me to work with, that feels more like a mechanical pencil. So it's like the one I like to doodle with the most. And I just wanted the contrast. I think it helps a little bit considering how soft a lot of the lines were. You can see how much I missed in terms of showing you guys the process, but I'll show you guys kind of the whole spread as well. Oh, that's another thing I like. So sometimes when I don't use a ballpoint pen and I use any of my needlepoint pens in this kind of notebook or sketchbook, I usually cannot add water on top afterwards because a lot of it will bleed and lift. But with the ballpoint pen, obviously it doesn't really activate too much with water, so usually I'm quite safe. I feel like you would have to like drench the paper for it to really bleed, because you would have to really get into like the fibers of the paper to make the ballpoint pen really bleed. But yeah, it's kind of more easier to work with if I'm painting with watercolor. And yeah, I noticed that if I clip my pages really well on the sides, the paper doesn't really buckle too much. So I was able to paint nicely. And I think I mentioned this even before. Oh, I didn't do an overview shot. Apologies about that. Yeah, I guess I didn't take time to actually record that, but we're working on another doodle. So I did this on Tuesday night, I believe. So yeah, I think from Saturday to Tuesday I was super busy. So Tuesday night was kind of the day where I could get a little bit more stuff done, and I wanted to draw Sato again. And you can see on the left side of the page, or my sketchbook, there's like a almost translucent paper, and it's actually, I'm using it to cover up the oil pastels that I was using in the sketchbook because I wanted to do a little bit of testing. And yeah, I didn't realize that the light tones and mid-tones were pretty much the only colors available. There's no really dark tones, and I started with too many mid-tones right away, so nothing read really correctly. So yeah, I'll definitely plan something that I can incorporate a very much lighter themed picture, I guess, if that makes sense, like the composition and the colors match with the colors that I was given. So we'll see what happens, because I feel like I struggle with that. I like having contrast if I can. I like to push my lights and my darks quite a bit, if I can, at least. And I like making things vibrant, so yeah. But I wanted to draw Sato once more. Now I had kind of debated in my brain whether or not I wanted to paint this one or if I wanted to do pencil crayons. And I ultimately decided that I'll just do pencil crayons just because I would like to keep the next page flat for the next side. And watercolor still buckles the page. Even if I did find some kind of like solution to keep it to a minimum, it still buckles enough that I can't use pencil as nicely if there's like a bunch of bumps and ridges, just because it picks up too much of the graphite sometimes. I feel like I was supposed to talk about something else and my brain just it's gone. But yeah, I'm using Prismacolors today just because I actually was gonna do a mix, but I was cleaning out some of my storage space and I saw that I've spilled a bit of my pencil crayons everywhere, so I decided to pick some up. And I saw a lot of my yellows, so I decided to shade in her sunglasses, like kind of this yellow cute color, also with the hearts. I also had a commission recently where, or not recently, it's not that recent, I've been working on it for a long time, where they have these really cute heart glasses, but they're like flame heart glasses, and it kind of reminded me of this one. I kind of do like the idea of making them kind of yellowy orange, so I thought it'd be cute. I'm not pressing too hard with the pencil crayons just because I don't want to ruin my wrist, and I don't think it's needed to really push the colors too much. Sato has a very much like a lighter color scheme anyways. Her hair is quite kind of like peachy pink, and yeah, she wears a lot of lighter clothing, or like I like to draw her with lighter clothing for the most part, and usually her pants or her lower half has a lot of darker colors to kind of match her eye color a bit. I'm trying to rack my brain on what I was talking about before I went on to a full-on ramble. There's probably something. Don't really remember. But I'll leave it up to you guys. Whatever you guys want to see me do for the next kind of like sketchbook doodles video, do let me know. And then I'm kind of looking for suggestions on the type of medium you guys want me to work in. I realized I haven't worked in my sketchbook all that much, just because I've been busy with con prep, and then I had a good lead on making videos, but I've lost that since I've lost kind of the 4 days in between. So I wasn't able to film to keep up with the kind of 2 to 3 videos lead that I had. But yeah, and I'm stream later today actually. If this uploads on Thursday, I'm gonna be streaming later today, so do hop on by. I kind of just want to do something relaxing. Maybe a little needle felt, I don't know. Or draw Alban. I kind of want to draw Alban. I feel like he's the easier one for me to draw because I've doodled him quite a bit. What else to talk about? But yeah, I think, yeah, I've been working mostly on merch stuff. I will be attending Oda Fest 2022. So if you are in the, I guess it's Alberta, kind of the Calgary area around May long weekend, and you're wondering about any conventions, like anime conventions, you can come stop by if you want to. Yeah, I will be tabling there with my friend, and yeah, my friend's gonna be helping me table because I do not want to table alone because I am scared of people, and it's quite helpful, and I will be able to do commissions, sketch commissions on the spot, which would be very nice because I feel like it'd be fun to do again. Maybe I'll do another sketchbook doodles video where I can talk about my experience at conventions and stuff, because that's like one experience that I really miss. Meeting people at conventions, just hanging out with my friends for like 3 days. Sometimes if we have a convention outside of a different city, or you know, I think it'd be fun. Yeah, I haven't been to Oda Fest for like, when was the last time I was at Oda Fest? 2017, 2018, around there was like, I think it was my first time tabling there, as well as the last time I've tabled there. And then I tabled at Anime Fawn during 2019, I think it was 2019. I don't really remember if it was after my Japan trip or not, but that was like one of my fondest memories of one of me and my friends just being able to table there. It was very fun. I met a lot of cool artists and got a lot of commissions done and stuff. It was very fun. But yeah, hopefully when I get new products in and stuff, I'll be able to show you guys, and anything that doesn't sell at Oda Fest will be up for the next store update. I was thinking that I was gonna get the store update up before Oda Fest, but I guess I will have to do it after just to make sure I have enough stock for the con, and then anything after will be for the store. I really do appreciate you guys' support and feedback on products and stuff, so I really do appreciate it. New notebooks will be coming out soon as well. I'm gonna have a few acrylic charms, and I'm working on a bunch of stickers right now, and a few other things. I do want to make a plush again sometime in the future, but I want to find a reliable manufacturer, so I might have to keep that on the down low for now, and I'll let you guys know. But thank you very much, guys, for the support and not minding that I kind of switched up the videos for this week. Yeah, I don't think I showed the end product for any of these, and I apologize for that, but maybe in the next time, very far in the future, when I have a sketchbook to you guys will see the overview. But for now, I think I am going to leave you guys here, I guess. I'll see you guys Saturday, or if you're going to be at the live stream later today, then I'll see you then. But thank you very much for coming to the stream. My brain's so confuzzled. Thank you very much for coming to watch, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!